Hello, I am Mr. Dusky. I came here today to you school board members to discuss the possibility of getting Chromebooks to help aid in our online learning abilities and teaching. And I just want to take you through the steps of the problems that it could solve and just how potentially it could help us. Uh, the school needs mobile teaching. Chromebooks is what I specifically want to use is Chromebooks. I mean, we can use other things, but it's more cost effective because let's say a kid's sick and they need to still be able to learn and retain that information. You don't want to have to send kids home with 8 or 10 books and a bunch of sheets of homework and stuff that can get lost and easily be torn up or ripped or torn up, and then that's the only copy they had, and then they're not able to do their assignment. You see, if we try to use some online learning, at least if they're sick or last year with the global pandemic and everything, go to online learning, then it's seamless in turning in your homework and learning. You don't have to worry about assignments getting lost. You don't have to worry about things getting torn up or missing. And that's the problem we were facing with something like that. And the solution is using these Chromebooks to help aid in the learning of our kids, because you can use many different applications on the Chromebooks. I know a lot of teachers throughout our district use Google Classroom, and with the Google Chrome, it would work seamlessly with everything, whether it's Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, or even Google Exams, because they do you can make a questionnaire form or you can make assignments and tests out of a Google form, and that's just a lot easier for teachers to use and maybe not waste as much paper, and it would be better for the environment. And Chromebooks too are also very, very cheap. They're not very expensive. I think it would be very easily to fit it within the school district's budget, as they're around $250 to $350 a piece, whereas if you were going to buy the MacBooks or the new laptops like a Lenovo or Acer or something like that, or even iPads, it's a lot cheaper than that, and it can do functionally the same things, and they're also very durable. I know I have my own personal Chromebook at home, and I can't tell you the countless times that I have dropped a Chromebook down the stairs. I've dropped it in some water sometimes, and I've gotten it wet, and it's the Chromebook is almost, I don't want to say indestructible, but it can take a lot of beating. And that's what's really important with these age 7 to 9 kids, because they might, I don't want to say they're reckless, but they might be a little clumsy and flimsy with their electronic devices. And if we were to get iPads or something, the screens on iPads shatter like nothing. You can sometimes, if you flick an iPad screen hard enough, you could shatter it. And with these Chromebooks, that's almost near impossible. I've seen some videos on the internet where people throw Chromebooks down a flight of stairs and the Chromebook still works fine. And that's why I think Chromebooks are the best option to use for mobile learning, as they're durable, they're easy to use. They would seamlessly connect with what our school district uses, since we are a Google school district. The implementation of that goes along with the Google Classroom. There's so many things you can do on a Chromebook. You can run literally any application you want. They have a lot of widgets and apps that can help the kids learn. They can download lockdown browsers, so let's say if they were sick and they had a test that day, the teacher can make sure the child's not cheating. The child can remain academically honest. And that's the best part about that. Whereas if it was a paper test, they could cheat as much as they wanted, because you're not there to check, and they can use their book. And that's why if you have everything online, you have a lockdown browser, they can't switch from screen to screen, so you know they have to be honest when they're taking their test. And I think that would just really help, especially with this age level 2, because once you're in the grade 7th, 8th, 9th grade, that's when you're starting to write a lot more papers. And introducing them to the technology now and be able to type on a laptop and a computer, it would just really help with later on in life, when they go to college, and even when they're juniors, seniors, they're going to be writing a lot of papers for a lot of classes. And if they can have that benefit of having done it earlier and using these Chromebooks for that, it can help them in the long run to be better students and more successful in life in general. And that also goes along with the impact, having these now with the kids too. It just helps, because not every kid has a device at home, and this impact of being able to give them the technology to use to learn and grow could have endless possibilities of benefits for them, like I said, with going on to college and later on in high school. And it would just help kids who are less fortunate be able to learn just as much as kids who might have more than the others. And that's why, in my opinion, I think the school district should seriously consider investing in Chromebooks. And also, I've brought with me a handout that gives some of the benefits of Chromebooks, along with a couple of examples of Chromebooks we could possibly purchase for the kids to use, and they're the cheaper models, and they're still just as durable. Thank you for your time.